Shawn, hey, Leon, you want or not? I sell you, eh?
It's not selling, man.
Selling, want or not, Leon?
Then you still put your decal.
Huh?
How's my rim? Got serve you now.
Your rim, good.
Good.
Make the whole car look more sporty.
Oh.
Aaron so happy, Aaron 赚到哎，
赚到。
要这样讲。
Then Richard, yours is a C4S, is it or C4?
T4 without S.
C4 without S.
Yeah.
Power four-wheel drive.
Hey Richard, that day I saw you at Yishun. Yeah.
Oh.
I saw you. I having the blue one.
Blue one.
Yeah, the blue one.
Okay.
Well, then now I got how many Porsche owners? Chris is a Porsche owner. Aaron is a Porsche owner. Richard Ng is a Porsche owner. Kevin, you sold your Cayenne for your Alphard?
No, my Cayenne is not sold. My Cayenne is up COE.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you no longer.
That's why I dump it.
Oh,
it's up 10 years service.
Can't tell, man. Really can't tell.
Hey, Aaron, next year you change to what? Change to what car?
I haven't decided.
You buy the Kia Carnival. Kia Carnival. 11-seater.
Kia Carnival.
11-seater?
Too big.
Yeah, 11-seater.
Kia Carnival.
Yeah, you go Google. Damn nice, yeah.
Really? Yeah, take a look.
You buy
11-seater. It's a mini bus.
I thought Aaron said he wants to buy the Continental GT.
By the time it's a new one already, the old one I think no more.
The rest, Wilson Tay selling his Continental GT.
This is super old one.
Yeah, BW one. W12 one, I think, or BW.
W12.
Continental GT got W12.
Yeah, the black batch. So it's a W12 engine. It's like a monster of it. They got W12. 12.
Yeah, petrol crazy.
Turn on the engine, $20 worth of petrol gone already.
Not that bad
During warm up that time.
Yeah, but it's quite nice. If you see the B is red color batch, is normal. Black batch is the W12.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, so in the end, Eugene Ko got buy not the green one.
He buy already. He don't have to post. Yeah, he scared Eastone scold him.
All the Cayman 让你们扫完了。
Yeah.
Green one.
Cayman
Yeah, Cayman.
Yeah, looking at the GT3.
Really?
But don't know.
Currently now in Porsche got one new one. GT3 RS, the red color one.
Whoa.
Somebody buy already.
RS 1 mil.
Yeah, wow, but damn nice. Very nice.
Oh, Jeryl, are you inspired? Are you inspired by the group?
Inspired.
All
I need to work harder.
Huh?
I need to work harder. Yeah, buy over your car.
Buy over my car.
You upgrade, buy over your car.
The GT3 over the RS.
Right?
Because the RS day-to-day use are a bit shack.
Yeah, a bit shack.
The GT3 will be better for day-to-day.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome back to Real Talk Season 2, Episode 3. We're gonna start in roughly 5 minutes. We're gonna have a whole panel of male testosterones today, led by Bjorn, Chua, and Kevin Lim. We're gonna come back in about. We're gonna start this whole conversation in about 5 to 10 minutes. So just keep it real. In the meantime, sit back, relax, enjoy the nonsensical conversations that we're having about cars. Not about properties, not about girls, not about gambling, not about watches. Just pure adrenaline rushing cars. Next up, we're going to interview right now is Mr. Jeryl Yee, who is our youngest, or rather the newest and most noob of all realtors presently on the panel. We would like to ask you, what is the car that you're aiming to get in the near future? Yeah.
Right now, maybe GTS.
A GTS. Be more specific.
Oh,
Wait, a bit distorted. I can't really hear you.
what GTS? Porsche.
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow. Then you must talk to Patrick Poon.
A 911 GTS or a 718 GTS?
911 911.
Oh.
Some day, no one buy cable.
Oi, walao, you never join the team. Our team all cable there. Not supportive of you. Then we all change to 911 together already. We now post online, everybody all change 911.
Actually, come to think about it, I mean, the biggest influencer in terms of car right now, the McLaren didn't get much of a following. The Maserati is a strong following, and the 718 is a strong following. So sometimes, Kevin, you set the benchmark really high for the rest of us to actually aspire to.
No lah. I say.
Moving from Jeryl, we would like to talk to Mr. Shawn Thayalan, one of our most seasoned and commercial guru. Not interested in cars, but we still have to ask you this question: what car?
You know you're not interested in cars.
Huh?
No car.
Not interested in
No
cars.
car.
No car.
Really, man?
Shawn, you don't drive, man? Huh? You don't drive, Shawn? I drive. Oh, okay. Just that no interest to buy car lah. Yeah. So what's your next biggest purchase that you're intending to have? Like, what's your next goal? Well, buy building already, man. Well, buy building They really different people really different thinking. What buy building? Okay, when you buy building,
I can have my own units to rent it out, I rent it out floor by floor.
Wow, awesome. Well, that's a very,
Yeah,
very
right.
See, really very interesting how different people think. Yeah, some people they like cars, some people like building, some people just like collect money, collect cash. Very, very different.
Very different. I mean, I think the whole thing about diversity, that's what makes up what we are. I mean, with diversity, and yet we come together in a common goal of earning money. But how we spend it is like on a whole nother level altogether. But if you want to buy building, Shawn, you can actually look at Richard. Ask Richard. Richard got a lot of land and buildings in Cambodia to sell. Correct or not, Richard? Our Cambodian guru over there.
But then you need a Cambodia passport. You need to buy a passport first.
Buy a passport. You see the word he said is buy, not even apply. He said buy.
Buy a
Just for information, Richard, how much is the passport?
The last one I heard, I think it's 10,000. Now I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's up like that. But really, Cambodia can buy.
Can
Myanmar can buy now, no?
Myanmar cannot lah.
Why is so different?
Although they locked down, but they are still working. The construction they are still building.
You must know the general, then can buy.
Yeah.
Too much sanctions, really. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's exactly 2:03. 2:03. Thank you very much for taking your time off to attend today's Real Talk. Preeminent Group is proudly present to you Real Talk Season 2, Episode 3. Everyone, that's Season 3, Episode 3. All right,
so
ladies
fast.
and gentlemen.
So fast episode.
Episode 3. It's been Episode 3. So we just do a quick introduction first. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause if you're ready to start. Can you please greet Mr. Chris T? A warm round of applause, Chris T.
Hello.
If you think he's handsome, can you please type the number 51 into the chat to let him know that he is handsome?
Why 51?
Come on, 51,
my
sir.
number.
51 or number?
84 leh.
Huh? What's his
84,
number?
84.
Oh, 84. Sorry, 51 is Yitong.
Hello.
Chris T, your introduction about yourself, please.
What introduction? You like that surprise me, yeah. I've been in the industry for 5 years already. Yeah. So so far so good.
Hey bro, your introduction got more standard.
Alright, nice. Suddenly surprise me, yeah. I like what introduction.
I'm gonna PM you. I'm gonna introduce you again, ladies and gentlemen. Please give yourself a warm round of applause to. Is it Captain or NS or is it Major NS?
No, not yet.
Major NS Chris T.
Captain only lah, haven't major lah.
Oh, okay, Captain Chris T. Come, give us a better introduction.
Hi everyone. I'm Chris. I'm under Ivan Salam division. Yeah, in this industry for 5 years already. I started real estate ever since I graduated from uni. So yeah, everything is good. I think.
Okay, that is a good demonstration of a lousy introduction.
Huh? Again? What is lousy? Walao?
You're supposed to share with us what is a bad introduction. Okay, nah, just kidding.
Okay, next up, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome on stage. We have Mr. Aaron Yo.
Hello, hi guys. I'm Aaron. Also 5 years in the industry. Prior to this, I was also doing sales job lah. So all in all, sales plus real estate, probably about 10 to 12 years really. Yeah. Enjoy talking to people and looking forward for more breakthrough with Preeminent Group.
Why you want to break through?
Wow.
What is your next breakthrough?
Next breakthrough to hit
Oh, hit.
1 mil goal this year.
Wow. Hey, can I tell you all a secret? Since all these people are tuning in, I haven't tell anyone. I swear, I've never tell. I mean, it's not big deal to you lah, but it's quite wow. You see, when I say what is the next breakthrough? Hey, seriously, you go and you at every point of life, if you don't know what is your next big breakthrough, then you are short of a goal that you're aiming. Yesterday, right, I've got this agent who really told me his or her goal for 2021 is to hit $1 million in one deal. This person told me about within the last year, not that yesterday tell me, within the last year, this person tell me 2021, the goal is not just to hit 1 million in 1 year, but 1 million in one deal. Wow, yesterday this person did it.
Oh, one deal.
One deal.
No, but for the learning, you see, that's the open learning, right? Open, okay, can we all open? You see, once Aaron, you share what you do, and then I give you one comparison. Don't you suddenly think that what you want to do is much easier now? It somehow just become easier lah. I don't know why lah. I don't know, it really become easier lah. So sometimes how we can do certain things easily or very difficult it's really about who we mix with, what informations we have, or what real facts that we witness. If you witness Chris put on 2 feather and start flying, you will really think flying is easier than anything, right? You understand? Yeah, so that I think that is the power of 2,500 agents. We have more sample size than anyone. So, still since, Aaron was saying, really, your next big breakthrough, if it cross $1 million, then it depends how many people knows about your secret. If it's just your own secret, I tell you, it's not going to work. Maybe you will still get it. But sometimes I always tell myself, your goals is about how many people knows your goal. That will be how fast you can get it. It's a psychology game plan for me, just to share. It's just like the car you want to buy. It's how many people who knows Jeryl wants to buy a GD3, a 911 GDS. It's about how many people. If it's just Jeryl himself, you're gonna get it slower than Jeryl and 100 people. I'm just saying this. So anyway, wow, good news to share. We have an agent who have closed a deal, and it's commissioned at $1 million.
Okay, congratulations. Aaron, you have to get an order, the Ultima from you already.
Can.
Ultima? What Ultima?
Must order advance,
Oh, Ultima. Oh, I forgot about it. Oh, yeah. Wow, I very long never give Ultima already.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Next up, ladies and gentlemen, can you please put your hands together and welcome on stage our Cambodian guru himself, Mr. 911, Mr. Richard Ng.
Hello, everyone.
Anyhow keep labeling people, no.
Right?
Hi, everyone. Yeah, I'm Richard Ng. So I'm in the industry. This is my 6th year. So I think quite similar to Chris and Aaron. So I actually came from a business background. I sold my business 1 year before joining the industry. So actually, a lot of my teammates or even ERA teammates will think that most of my leads are from my business. So I always tell them it's not true, because my first 1.5 years, all my closings are from my cold leads. It's only about 1.5 years later, the warm leads start to flow in after they saw my Facebook post or that. So I think for the past 1.5 years, I mean, when I started, they are actually monitoring me. Say, hey, how come this guy doing his own business going to do real estate, whether he can make it or that kind of thing. And whether some of them actually personally ask me, hey, how come you can switch trade like that and then go and do hyping or that? You okay? I say
very low class. Cannot.
I say, no big deal. You know, everybody. And in fact, I do get very good leads from hyping and show flat.
Hey, you know, after 19 years, can I tell you a secret? When you're brand new, okay, sorry, Aaron and Christy is 5 years. Richard also 5 years.
Correct.
Who's the youngest here? Oh, Jeryl, huh?
Jeryl is the youngest.
How many years? I mean, not age, age, I'm the youngest.
Oh, Jeryl is the youngest.
Second.
I joined real estate about 2 years. 2 years.
Yes, I tell you,
2 years.
better go and bloody knock door, road show, do all the saikang. Because 19 years later, when you become successful, you got story to tell.
Okay, I'll do that.
Correct.
You know what I'm talking about. You must have story to tell next time. So that's why I'm glad I do all this in the beginning.
Yes.
Okay, so we have actually introduced Richard and Jeryl as well. Last, we'd like to go to one of our most seasoned. He's soon joining my gang. My gang of shiny foreheads. Mr. Shawn Thayalan.
Shining head.
Hey, Shawn will never join your gang lah. Shawn's an Indian, okay? You're Chinese.
Cannot challenge my color.
Wow, now play color. We're all preeminent, no color at all. Shawn, introduce yourself, please, Shawn.
Hi, I'm Shawn Thayalan. What else you want to know?
How many years in the industry?
Oh, this year is, I think 12 or 13, yeah.
Oh, more than long service.
So old like you, bro.
12, almost 12, yeah.
That's good.
So 12, 13, as of course mainly focusing on industrial commercial. I'm also I mean, I will put myself as an all-rounder. I mean, I can do anything, A to Z. You name it, I do it. Of course, I try to do more industrial commercial because I try not to work on Sunday if can. So that's the idea behind.
Hey, this commercial agent them how no? Every time their scripture got this thing I don't work on Sunday.
So at least I can proudly to say that my phone is rest on Sunday.
But really, man, commercial, industrial, so small can make money, man. Honestly. Because in the whole pie chart of real estate, HDB is 80%, right?
Yeah.
Condominium is about 17%.
Yeah.
About 16-17%. Landed is about, I think, probably 2%. I think commercial and industrial in the whole pie chart, for your information, is only 0.7%.
Yeah. So Limpe take all the 0.7%.
Wow. Hey, it's true, no? Because I felt that in the game plan, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I always think like that. If you want to go to a niche market of 0.7%, the market needs you to be fucking good. If you want to be in the mass market of HDB 80%, I think the market can tolerate for you to be so-so. It means being so-so, you can still survive. But if you want to go to niche market like landed less than 3%, commercial industrial 0.7%, you really need to be limpe good, no? If not, you're very hard to survive. Shawn, is it true? I mean,
in a way, yes. But the thing is, end of the day, if you're going to just doing industrial commercial only, it's going to be a little difficult if you want to put yourself as a achiever. But that's why I was telling just now, you still need to be all-rounded. That means you still have to do residential, but you no need to be very high competitive there. But for industrial commercial, you must put your name there. So that means anywhere you go, like example myself, when I go, which doesn't matter whether it's east or west or north, most of the industrial agents know me. And it's easy to communicate and easy to do this because there's very small communities only.
I mean, looking at your, I mean, today we are doing this season of Real Talk, right? Looking back at your month of March transaction, I think, wow, it's very scary, right? How many transactions are there, Leon?
23 transactions.
23 transactions.
Yeah.
Shawn, you did 23 transactions. That means you closed 23 deals in the month of May, and you chalk up of almost 200,000 in the month of March 2021. Out from this almost 200,000, I can see almost 20 transactions that is below $10,000. Are these all rental?
I think majorities are rental.
Wow.
Majorities are rental.
But luckily, I saw you close one Jetscape.
Yeah.
At almost $90,000 commission.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that Jetscape deal from a commercial industrial agent's background? That 1 month in the month of March closed 22 transactions of commercial industrial and one Jetscape and make 200,000. Can you shed some lights with us about the whole journey of closing this Jetscape?
Jetscape is something, okay, anyway, the buyer is a co-leads. So
the buyer is a co-leads.
Co-leads, yeah. So actually they came for my another resale property.
Where?
So basically their requirement is a little strange because when I get to know them is basically they need at least 1,600 over square foot, but they need the house to be ready by next year.
Next year.
For their own stay.
Okay.
So when I go in deep to understand them, then I discover I need to sell their HDB as well.
Oh, so they are HDB upgrader.
Yes.
So
that's give me a good chance in a way that I put it out the whole presentation. And actually, Jetscape is totally not in the pipeline to look out because it was looking
in their radar one lah. It was in Jetscape.
Not in their radar, not even in my radar.
Oh, but it was introduced by you lah.
Introduced by me.
Okay.
The reason is because need to sell their HDB, need to buy a resale condo.
Oh, so they called you up because their own plan initially was to sell the HDB and buy a resale.
Yes, correct.
At the end of the day, you, the agent, sold their HDB, but then put them into a Jetscape project.
Yes, correct.
Can I know where is their HDB?
Bukit Panjang.
Bukit Panjang. How much was it sold for?
I transacted, is their 5-room. I managed to close it for 530 okay.
So it's about $500,000 property that you dispose for them.
Yes.
And then they jump into this Jetscape.
Yes.
How much was the Jetscape? It's not reflected here. What's the quantum?
Close to 2.8.
Oh, it's how many? It's a 4-room?
4-bedroom. 1,600 over square foot.
Oh, 500,000 HDB flats sold already, upside to about almost a 2.8 million property. Yeah. Oh.
How is it possible, right, that they sold their 500,000 HDB and then they can afford this 2.8 million?
No. Their background is, to be very honest, even though they're staying in HDB, but their background is they can go for even 5 over million properties.
Wow.
So what I have done is I didn't get both of them to buy. I only get the wife to buy only because the wife is working for Google.
Oh, Google.
Yeah. So the original plan, right? The focus point of property they was looking for was interlace.
Interlace.
Yes.
Wow, very different.
Because it's more nearer to their working place.
That's the airport, Staying at Bukit Panjang. Want to buy Airport Road, which is interlace.
Yeah. So they are working at Maple Business City, Labrador there.
Yeah, nearby.
So they really looking around District 3 for their next move. However, we couldn't get the size that they want. Interlace, the problem with interlace, all the layout with balcony, very big balcony, and not a squarish units. So there's a lot of hurdles that we go through. So at the same time, so of course, in Interlace, they also do have a lot of their own good friends. So that's the period that I got a little challenged because
are they Chinese or Indian?
They are Indian.
Indian. Okay.
They are Indian.
Okay.
So they got a lot of friends in Interlace and been introduced, and they also get to know a lot of agents in Interlace itself. So I started to have a competition in that sense, in the way that I already sold their HDB, but for their buying, suddenly they have a couple of agents come in the picture.
Hey, sorry, bro. They were introduced to you by a referral, or how you got to know them?
No, it's a cold leads. They came to view one of my resale property.
Where?
They came to view my
Okay, never mind. You had a listing. Which is the listing they plan to buy if they sell HDB lah.
Yeah. But I do not know that the point of junction they came and view, there's no concrete, but I get to know that they have
how you I mean, normally if I'm a resale condo agent, right? You come and view my condo, I will just bye with you already ma. I won't dig ma.
No. Before that, usually I qualify. I mean, when I always have a question to them whether they sold their place or not. So when they came down to view that time, I already knew that they haven't sold their place.
Oh, okay. So you are as an agent, you are pretty focused on such things lah.
I always want to have that kind of. So yeah, I open up the door so that I can have an opportunity to sell their place.
I felt that a lot of agents out there are always answering phone call. Oh, you want to view my resale condo? You come and view lor. View already, then bye. You know.
I know.
You know what I mean, like.
For me, I always if I can treasure them, my focus was. I always invite those people who haven't sold their place to come and view. The agenda is not to sell the unit that I'm marketing to them. For me to grab them to sell their.
For you to grab them lah.
Yes.
But I'm
another form of lead generation.
I mean, I'm sure it's not easy.
Another form of lead generation.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not easy. As in, I'm a guy who I call you. Hey, Shawn, I want to see your resale condo, and then you start asking me a lot of very personal questions. I might not be open up to give it to you, ma. Correct or not?
No, that's the reason why I always want to meet up. Because when meet up already, they see me so handsome, right?
I agree. I totally agree. Yeah, but so I mean, the strategy I guess is to set a bait lah. The bait is.
I always believe that over the phone is sometimes very difficult to kill them, but when you face to face, they see my eye contact with you, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Bling bling.
Okay. And
to the point when you first met this client to the point that you closed them at Jadescape, how long did that take? How long did the whole process take? From the first
easy
meeting
process because this Jadescape come in the picture mainly is because the announcement came that the TOP will be next year.
Correct.
And to be very honest, the location is totally off from where they was looking at. So the whole process. We already little off because I already put them into a rental house also. Because the HDB already completed.
Hey, can you just zoom into this part? You share with us because I believe a lot of us we know. Ask you sell HDB, then ask you buy a BUC. How near to TOP also got 1 year plus to the maximum spider of about 3 years. Imagine they go buy Normanton Park. It's at least 3 years. A lot of us. A, we try to convince, we couldn't. B, the agent itself think cannot lah. Who will want? Can we discuss a little bit on this topic here? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's okay. Never mind for you. For you, it's a real case. Did your buyer very willingly? Oh yeah, wow, renting is such a brilliant idea. Or they try to tell you no lah, crazy lah. You, how did you do it?
No. Of course, when you propose on the rental, honestly, myself and themselves, we both of us not into a favor of going for rental. However, knowing their requirements, right? They have a very, very specific requirements. So to match all their requirements, I already pre-alert them. We might not be able to get house even within 6 months or even 8 months. So to answer back Leon's question just now, how long the journey took, it took almost 7 months.
Wow.
So to hold a cold lead, even though I have done a good job for their selling, right? But to hold them for 7 months for a long journey is challenge because in between of their own personal friends started to introduce a lot of agents. for the resale market purchase. But somehow I managed to hold them for so long. Another gain factor was when things doesn't work out well, right? And when I propose them for rental, but the terms and condition I have negotiated for the rental is a pretty awesome deal, which is a lot of people cannot do, but I'm very confident on doing it. I got a 2-year lease, and after 6 months, I can break a lease with 2-month notice.
Oh, okay. Okay, you structure the rental lah.
Yes. So I not only structure the rental, I control the landlord agent, I control everybody.
I see. So it means you solutions provide. I mean, you provided a lot of solutions.
Yeah. So
solutions.
It's not easy also because at the point of time they become an Indian tenant, right?
Indian
so
tenant.
a lot of landlords have a rejection also. So I have to really specify they are not Indian, they are Singaporean, blah blah blah. So I have to give a lot of reasoning to them.
Okay.
So finally, my corporate agent was good in a way that accept my idea of the 6-month thingy. And I didn't put them in HDB also. I put them into a private property as well for a rental.
Yep.
So the reason why I tell them go to the rental, I tell them since we haven't get a buy, then at least get a enjoy the facilities and get shook first on the condo living first. So they open up this idea.
Where did they rent?
I get them a signature park.
Signature park. Wow.
I tell you the location are rabak a little bit already. They went down to signature park, and then now they are
all around Singapore.
Is jetscape already. So the advantage is
it's interesting concept that you brought about. It's interesting concept that you brought up, that in the sense that they sold their place, they needed somewhere else to stay. You rented out to them something else while waiting for Jadescape, which would be eventually their place of residence.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
And not forgetting that their kids going for primary school next year. So the school registration was also important. So I have to become make sure that I take care of the school registration area as well. So I got my own reasoning how I convince them is Jetscape is near to a good schools as well.
Such as?
Ang Mo Kio Primary School Mayflower whatever.
Okay, moving on from one new launch to another new launch, or rather another person who just sold a new launch. Let's move on to Jeryl. Jeryl, you in the month of March, you sold a Copa unit. Okay. Yep, share with us, is your client going to be someone, is that buying the Copa as an investment property or eventual place of residence?
Eventual place of residence.
So
to be
similar
honest,
to Shawn, what did you do in the interim period for them?
So because right now, right, they have a place to stay already. So the husband and wife actually decouple, and then this copper unit, they actually bought it under the wife's name. Yeah, copper.
Copa is the Indian.
So pretty much quite similar to Shawn. This couple, they didn't look at copper initially. They were looking at somewhere else. And then they were looking at mainly a strata landed or a 5-bedroom. Yeah, and then we went to see many units, Bukit Timah area mainly, and they didn't like any of the units. So finally, but actually before that, we already decided on one of the new launch at Bukit Timah. But then the dad didn't like it, and when he came to Singapore, because he's actually working in Taiwan, so he actually flew to Singapore for 2 weeks. Then when he came, he saw copper and then he really liked it. And then that's why they decided to act on the purchase.
So this buyer, are they local or are they like a foreigner?
Local.
And how do you actually how do you know them?
Actually, it's a referral because I was doing a rental. Yeah, I was doing a rental for this auntie that I know. And then while talking to her briefly, then she said, hey, actually I have a friend who's might be interested in getting a property. Yeah, then so I said, okay, why not? You just give me the contact and then I'll follow up. So when they told me that they were looking at strata lender, honestly, I also like, wow, yeah, like, cannot be so, wow, also cannot be, but then after I followed up with them and started listening to them and meeting up with them, then I realized that they're actually very motivated to make the purchase. Yeah.
Wait, so how do you know the auntie?
Auntie is my secondary school friend's mother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So coming from your angle, right, Jeryl, can you share with us, because I understand that you are only 2 years in this industry right now.
Yep, correct.
So how does it feel, right, having your Sejuran, right, just shortly in just 2 years joining us?
It really feels very good, of course, it feels very good, and feels it gives me a lot of confidence that I'm in the right place. Because honestly, when I made the mid-career switch, I was a bit skeptical whether or not this will work out. Yeah. So this further reaffirmed that I'm in the right place, and then Preeminent Group, I must self you a bit lah. So Preeminent Group is really the right place, because I must really be thankful that a lot of these training programs and the mentors are also very willing to share all the time. Yeah.
Give us one particular thing that you like, that you learn, help you in this case if got lah.
Okay, so in this case, right, for me, because I'm a new agent, so I feel that sometimes I tend to block out some of these clients' requirements based on my own thinking. For example, the client told me that they wanted this specific area, and then these are some of the requirements. So while doing the filter, sometimes I actually blocked out some of the new developments. But actually, these new developments could be of their interest also. So I think moving forward, no harm, just whatever that we have, you think is a good launch, good product, then just recommend to them.
I think that's a really good point, because this is one of the soft skill that I remember I realized when I was really new. Because you see, like example, Jeryl don't mind say, you are a first, second year agent. You know, how can you be thinking like them? So sometimes we become an agent, we tend to think too much in our own position. We forgot to think in their position. And thus, then we think in our own position, and we make a lot of wrong recommendation to the buyer. Really, I felt, so you have to be more really flexible to be able to go into the role of the point of view of the buyer. Yeah, that's a very good point.
Jeryl, I'm also very curious to know, right? Before real estate, what were you actually doing?
Oh,
So before I joined real estate, I was actually in the aviation industry, doing airport operations. Yeah, so I joined real estate. And actually, I did real estate part-time while I was still holding my full-time corporate job. So I only transited to real estate full-time back in, actually this year, February. Yeah, so I'm only a full-time agent since February this year.
You hold back for how long since you get your license?
For about a year.
A year. Can you just like 真心大告白, like why do you hold back? Is it a lot of doubts, self-doubts, a lot of why is it that you're struggling in the 1 year,
Because like honestly, a lot of doubt and uncertainty, because all this while I have been holding on to a corporate job. I've been getting a fixed pay every month, and it's very comfortable. So it's really getting out of the comfort zone, and then trying something new, and a lot of uncertainty around. But eventually I decided that it's now or never, because if not, then I will just keep thinking about it.
What was your biggest worry, honestly? Like, if you think back, give you some time to think, what was your biggest Jekyll and Hyde, like worry?
Worry about the financially is one thing, and whether or not will I be wasting my time, because if let's say I were to continue in a corporate job, yeah, I can climb up the ladder, but let's say if I take a 1 year off and do real estate,
you start from zero again if you fail
Correct.
But you see all these people making hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands, you not, yeah, I mean you never, I can also be what.
Exactly. So that's my exact thought. I say, like, if so many people can do it, right, then confirm if I put in enough effort, I'll be able to achieve what others are doing as well.
I mean, what was your catalyst? What was your catalyst to join real estate full time?
I have a few friends who are already in the real estate industry.
Yeah.
So sometimes when I look through the social media, it's like, wow, this guy's so young, already doing damn well. Like,
who recruited you?
Jonathan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We see Johnny in the as one of the attendees. Johnny, if you're actually listening, can you give us a 666 to acknowledge what Jeryl actually said?
But you see, John honestly is a relatively new leader lah. I don't know if you know or not, you know. But since we're here, give us some review.
He already felt Jeryl, so I can only say the good things. But really, it's really only the good stuff because he has been very supportive.
Sorry.
Sorry?
How are you related to Johnny?
Poly friends.
Oh, poly friends.
Yeah, poly friends. Yeah, correct.
I mean, because at every point of the time, right? I mean, we are all in different time zone, ma. So during that moment, hey, fuck it lah, let's quit and let's go full time lah. Was there anyone in Preeminent Group that we were featuring the person that inspired you?
You want to feature too many people already lah.
There must be somebody. I don't know. Is there anyone that
but like Ben Lim, Ivan.
Lim,
Chuan, yeah.
Wow, I cannot believe it. Chuan En today is an inspiration to people. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know. I can't believe it. No, because when I first discovered him, wow, he has got no confidence, and you know, he will be the last person I thought he will inspire someone. You don't get me wrong on the positive side, to be honest, swear. You know,
you must check whether he's in this webinar or not.
I mean, they don't really, you know, but today that you mentioned like Chuan En inspired you, wow, I just felt very proud. You know what I'm talking about now?
Yeah.
Like this business, this t-shirt that we are wearing, this brand can really change life. I mean, to be honest, not that I'm selling Koyo. It's really Chuan En also can grow up and become an inspiration to many of the new agents, which I think he is a changed guy today. I mean, when I initially know him, how much do I know him? To be honest, I was just being judgy lah, you know. But he has strived to change, and today I'm happy he has joined to become a young division director, and he inspired you guys to do well. No, I'm really happy that
So let's change Mustang because of you, He changed Mustang because of you, You say him, you say he drive a Mini Cooper, he angry you change Mustang.
I didn't know. I honestly didn't know I got so much impact on him lah. Thanks, Chuan En. I love you. Okay, but I had a few hours, like a short conversation of not even 1 hour with him. I merely give a suggestion. He immediately get it all done within like a week. I mean, you know, yeah. So, bro, thanks for believing in what I say. Okay. Yep. But but I didn't ask him to buy the Mustang. You know.
Moving on from a career change, Jeryl. Let's bring up Chris. Chris,
hey, wait. What do you mean by mid-career change? Is mid-career, man?
Jeryl was working as a corporate first, then after he decided full time.
Mid-career. Okay, fine.
Mid-career change.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Chris. Chris actually jumped.
Before I go into Chris, can I just say this? Like using Jeryl as a representative to at least 1,000 people in Preeminent Group. Hey, you guys are always, when you make it ready, then you go to your upline or your DD. Wow, never ask me quit earlier, basket. I should have quit earlier, you know. But at that point, asking you to quit, like want to murder your whole family, you know, like kind of thing.
I said that to Bjorn.
I tell you, the person that said this to me is you know, like really can remember is Kelly. you know he and Mark both is, I think, master's degree, you know, then engineer, you know. Then they're struggling, don't know what to full-time, part-time. You know, when finally she saw the light. Should have forced me to quit earlier. No, sometimes, honestly speaking, so we look back, sometimes if you are out there, you are still in their shoe prior to this decision, it's really, I can tell you, number one, it's a leap of faith. Really. Number two, of course, you leap already, then you have to work hard lah. You leap already, you become lazier. Then you see, I interview new recruits wanting to be an agent almost every day, almost every week. There's one thing I really don't understand, which I always ask. Like example, Jeryl, you are working in aviation for the last few years, and you were working at least 8 hours a day, then you are being paid peanuts and you are so frustrated. You want to come here and double up and triple up your income. Then I asked, then why do you want to do real estate? Oh, because it's my own flexi hours. I can work less, things like that. Then to me is, hey, you want to double your income or triple your income, you got to work less. How can it be? If you need to double your income, can I say 8 hours becomes 16 hours? Can I say if you want to triple your income, it becomes 24 hours, which is impossible? It's just a metaphor. So in the beginning of your journey, guys, seriously speaking, if you want to increase 3 times of your income, you better work 24 hours, which is not even possible. So if you take the leap of faith already, you still don't have that kind of zest in your attitude. I tell you, it's still going to be difficult for you. I mean, coming from a 过来人, I share with you. So I don't know if you, Jeryl, you got work 24 hours or not, right? But you have certainly still in the beginning of the road, happy to see your success, proud of you, but still a long road. Okay? Yeah.
Thank you.
So sorry, I steal your.
Okay. Moving along, from someone who, like I mentioned earlier, someone who actually did a mid-career change, let's jump to Chris T, who earlier mentioned that he took the absolute leap of faith, never once worked in the corporate sector. From what we know right now, he is not only a realtor, a multiple-time Centurion Award winner in the last 12 months, especially post-COVID, also business owners and owner of 2 sports cars. Come, Chris, tell us.
Yeah.
What? Very, very different from Jeryl. Very, very different from Jeryl. You never once worked in the corporate sector. You never once held a job. So straight out from uni, what caused you to? What made you join us from the very get-go?
Okay lah. I mean, I started working since I was very young. Work a lot of part-time jobs and here and there. So been through a lot of things before, like working. I worked as a dishwasher before, so when I was young. Yeah. So I work a lot of catering, all these things. So when I start studying, I tell myself that I'm not going to work for someone because I don't want to. Last time when I was young, then I was kind of bullied by all the older bosses. So I have this mindset that when I grow up, I'm not going to work as a full-time job anymore. So that's where I just jump into. Actually, I started a business during my uni. I started a small little business already. Then after that, income is not good. I sell balloon stuff.
You sell balloon stuff.
Yeah, like party supplies.
Anyone here started a business when you were like below 20 years old? Anyone? I mean, I started.
I also got, 2021.
Oh, what business you started?
I went a shop at Faiz.
Oh,
Faiz Plaza. Sell clothes on.
I sell Christmas cards.
Sell lingerie. Yeah, Christmas cards.
Yeah. In the secondary school days, I had a business selling Christmas cards.
So your business only your business, the window only
end of the year.
Then I realized I can sell New Year cards. Then I realized I can sell many different cards through the year. Then my business evolved. Then I realized actually I don't have to be the one door knocking selling. I can recruit kakia to sell. Then I had a system. Okay, next time I tell you. Okay, now we're back to Chris.
Then it's like the merry-go, the sell ice cream one already. The ice cream, the ice cream, the system. You ask people to sell ice cream, then you earn $1 from the ice cream.
Then I really come up with the overriding system back then already. Really, and I bluff you.
So Chris, for this month, you actually clocked total of 5 transactions, of which 4 are sales and 1 is rental. I think all of them, they are all landed, right?
Mostly, I think mostly are landed. Yeah, I do a lot of landed.
Okay, tell us more about this recent deal that you have, the biggest commission of all, which was 61,000. Pisang Emas.
So this unit itself, this unit we sold within 3 days only. So the moment, within 3 days only. Yeah, and we took more than 2% commission. So basically this deal when we got when we first met the owner is like used to be a banker, so he was quite arrogant at first lah. So he wanted to sell high, then commission he wants to cut out commission or this thing, but we managed to secure a 2% with exclusive. So we expected the price is going to be very high already, but we know that the area is going to be very easy to sell because the area got a lot of demand.
Where?
It's at Beauty World area, the landed houses there. Yeah.
Near Bjorn, huh?
Yeah.
My house
Bjorn.
is there, opposite my house.
Yeah. So it's Bjorn area. So yeah, also the moment when we take the exclusive, then we just start marketing really. But yeah, so this deal is a little bit funny because we had a little bit of hiccup because we know that there's a lot of buyers there. So we have a lot of buyers offer during the first viewing. Like first day when you first view, got buyers got offer already. Yeah, so got one of the buyer, he start to play some tricks. He went to directly go and find the owner.
Buyer.
Yeah, a buyer. Because he kanchong, he want to buy. He want to buy the
And
unit.
that's very easy, right?
Yeah, it's very easy because he went to view already, then he can just stand outside the door and just wait for the owner to come back. So we have this buyer lah. So we told him not to go and door knock directly to the owner. Anything just go through us. Yeah, but he didn't. He just go and door knock.
Why do you foresee that the buyers would have actually approached the sellers?
Because we told them that got a lot of people offer already. So then we tell them we're not going to play price war. We just give me the highest offer. Yeah, just give me the highest offer. So this buyer kanchong because they've been seeing for a while already.
So on your part, how do you manage the seller? Because I'm sure that once the buyers and sellers meet, they probably want to actually verify, right? What did you say, and then what did the buyer say? So do you actually manage the sellers accordingly?
Oh, sorry, got somebody asked a question. Oh, because me and my partner. So I work in a partnership. So Justin and my partner, so we work together. Yeah. Sorry, so just now the question is what again, sorry, Bjorn?
I forgot already.
How do you manage?
How do you manage
the seller? How do you manage the seller?
Okay, so
because the buyer actually approached the seller, right? So the seller, when they actually see the buyer, they also will be stunned, right? Very surprised.
Yep. So the seller just keep chatting with them. Then the buyer go and tell the seller, say if there's anybody offer, right, just let me know. I'll offer higher. So this is what the buyer say. Then we find out that the buyer went down, because the buyer texts us, asked us if the owner is around. Then what happened is my partner Justin, he went down, he rushed down to be the security guard, he be the sentry guard to stay outside all day. Yeah. So he stayed outside for a few hours because on that day we are collecting offers already. We are looking for all the buyers to get all the offers down already. Means we are collecting checks already. So this buyer actually going to talk to the owner already. And we know that if he talk, he say all these things, he's going to jeopardize the whole deal. So we managed to, after, so by the time when Justin reached there, already too late already. He already talked to the seller already. Then Justin's job, we just stand there for a few hours. I think he stayed there for 3 hours. I think 2 or 3 hours. Just to wait until I collect all the check. Then we're going to meet the owner.
But end up, did they exchange number or anything like that?
He gave the buyer, I think the buyer gave the seller the number. Yeah. So he told the seller that if there's anybody offer, call them immediately. They will up the price. Then So this buyer actually go and, because this buyer contacted my partner Justin, then Justin started to scold him, telling him, say you shouldn't be talking to the owner and stuff like that. Then this buyer MIA, suddenly MIA, because he said you want to offer, but MIA. Then suddenly this buyer, because he know that we work partnership, then this buyer text me directly, ask me if I'm going to collect check. Then I didn't have this buyer number. I think this buyer random guy, just say want to offer. So I went down to meet this guy. Then in the end I realized that it's the same guy that went down to find the owner already.
So in the end, you managed to close with this same buyer. This is the same buyer that actually bought. No,
we were damn angry. We were damn angry with this buyer already. So we get, because we are consolidating offer, consolidating all the offers already. So got this buyer is very genuine. On the day he really gave us the offer already. Then the price that we give is around there So we talked to the buyer. Just say you should up your offer more. I hinted him. You should up your offer more.
Okay, so just to set the record straight, because you just said something that could be detrimental. I just want to establish that although you were pissed with that one particular buyer, through no conscious effort and actions, did you shortchange this buyer's opportunity to buy this property? Just to be really sure. All right.
No, I didn't shortchange the buyer. I told the buyer to give me the highest offer that they can. Yeah. So they give me the highest already. Just that I went to meet the other buyer to collect another check. Then I just said give me the highest. Then he up another about 20 to 30,000. Yeah. So he gave a very generous up another offer. Then we managed to so that's where we start to get more commission, right? So the seller the buyer give a lot of the buyer give a lot more than what the owner wants. That's where we profit share with the owner. I think this period we have quite a lot of deals that is profit sharing. That's why we call it more than 2% commission.
How do you actually ask your owner for this profit share thing?
It's like for example, if let's say the owner wants at 4.5 million, then we manage to get about 4.6 million. So there's 100,000 for us to play around with, right? So we talk to the owner, say that if you manage to close above your 4.5 million, are you open to profit share? Yeah. So if you have that,
go ask, you got chance. Don't ask, you got.
Go ask, you got chance. Yeah. Last time,
the rule number one is always you ask lah.
Yes, must ask.
I mean, honestly, now we are listening to Chris. It may be maybe you ask 10 times, one you get one. Am I right to say that? Or you ask 50 times, get one. I mean, I'm sure it's not that easy. But the thing is, rule number one is you ask lah. And rule number two, before you ask, you must prepare your grounds lah. What is argument to justify lah? End of the day, you may get a no lah. But at least that is rule number one.
At least I tried.
Yeah, but so, preparing your backup, your arguments and your support lah must be there lah.
Yeah. So my support is we managed to close above his expectation lah.
Sometimes this kind of nature, I think when we talk about extra commission also, it also depends on the character of the sellers.
Oh, no. Yes,
some sellers are very, very open, they are very, very generous, and they like you. I think that there isn't a problem to actually ask. But I think there are also this group of sellers, right? You cannot ask, you must tell. You must tell them that, we are going to do profit share. And then, of course, the last group, right, will be the ones, right, that will feel very offended. They feel that, wow, very righteous, you say already 2%. 2% means 2% already. Why must I give you more? So these are the different people that we are dealing with day in and day out. So it really depends on your luck, really on your luck to see whether
interesting fact that Bjorn just brought up regarding the type of sellers that we serve in the current market. And what Chris earlier mentioned, that he only listed this property for 3 days. On the first day of viewing, he received offers already. Were you at any point in time afraid that because of the overwhelming interest and response that you're getting, your seller, being the banker and shrewd guy and very self-righteous guy, will change goalposts?
Yeah, actually, we really expected that he might change goalposts really. But true enough, he changed goalposts.
Especially landed property, today's market is super rocket uptrend. It's easy and it's understood.
Yeah, so
how do you manage it?
Okay, so basically what we already marketed at a very high price really. Yeah, so from the owner expectation wise, we already know that it's going to be very difficult to achieve what he wants. So from there, we already managed we know what's his baseline really. So we work on the baseline. When the buyers come in, we tell them, say that, owner is looking at above this kind of range. But we know that, at that point, we can close really. So from the start, we really tell them already. And how we market, we didn't do anything extra. I didn't take virtual tour, I didn't take video, I just market property grow only.
Chris, your staggered com, when you propose to them upon signing exclusive or upon when there's offer in?
We don't talk about the sharing commission during signing exclusive because that's where they will think that you might cheat me. I only started talking about the sharing profit when I know I got an offer already. I got a concrete offer, then that's where I push for the profit sharing. Yeah.
This one, the whole asking for, it sounds like this whole asking for profit sharing thing could be a master class on its own.
You see, to me, I mean, everyone who is listening up, they may think very dodgy lah. They may think very because number one mistake, you yourself already don't understand this business. You are a real estate agent, yes, but you are doing a business. A business can always be negotiated like a profit sharing. But of course, the buyer, the seller also depends who they are. Some seller, you go and mention profit sharing, they slap you. It's my profit, what should I share with you? So the correct choice of words also must be important. Who is your seller to let you decide on what is the correct way to phrase it also? Because if you phrase it wrongly, some seller might get an alert wow, am I pricing it too low?
Yeah.
So it is always 50% is on you as an agent, how you see this lah. If you see it as dodgy, I tell you, you can never do it. The positioning is very important. It's business, guys. A business profit can be either way. It is a negotiated deal. Negotiation, of course, is a whole master class, which we're not going to talk about it. We can't today. But, yeah.
So, winning in negotiations.
Do they?
Chris, I want to know, right? Because we have a panelist here that is asking you, when you refer to marketing, right? What form of marketing do you use? Is it only property portals, or you also use social media for marketing?
I mean, for this unit itself, we didn't do anything extra because we just post on Guru. Then that's where all the inquiry just come in already.
Flyers out, and then seller call you. You just go down to do presentation, sign the exclusive. That's it lah.
Yeah, that's it. We didn't do anything extra.
On hand, right? I'm actually a big fan of you.
Hey,
how you get it? Hey, how you get
it? Can I averagely 1 week, I receive about 20 over mailers in my letterbox, my house. I'm very proud. Even my helper is very proud. At least 70% of the mailers is, if it's 20, 70% is how many?
14.
14 is from Preeminent Group. But sometimes your basket, you put mailer, never put Preeminent Group.
No space. Sometimes it's no space.
I
put it.
I don't want to tell you who, but it's someone that we know. I received this mailer from them. We are from the #1 champion group, but never put Preeminent Group. Then how people know which group?
Very clear-cut indication who you say from them already. From them, from them. We know who already. We know who.
I don't know. It's purposely or forget leh.
Okay.
Anyway.
We got a question here also because Chris, you were saying that to add on to this question that we asked regarding your marketing, right? And you're doing landed. You were not always a landed agent, but for this particular property or for your past properties where it's landed, right? Do you use traditional marketing like classified ads for your landed, or what kind of response rates do you see?
No lah. Actually, I don't. The last time I put newspaper was very long ago, a few years ago already. So I do mainly only portals, online portals, virtual tour, all these things only. I don't do anything extra. So I think this is sufficient enough in this market. I mean, in today's market is sufficient enough right now. I think of course you have to adapt to new stuff like virtual tour, all these things really. Yeah. So virtual tour, you really can. A lot of people do video, but I do virtual tour, I can get exclusive.
Okay.
Actually, newspaper, my client asked me to do for a landed property. In fact, he pay for like 1/4 page of Street Star. He paid for 1,000 over, and in the end got no call.
Yeah.
So I would say totally it's no use one for classified.
I mean, we know everything got used lah.
Yeah.
I mean, you see people also tell you they stand at the roadside, do roadshow, then close the $1 million deal. Yeah. So of course we talk about probability lah. I mean, because you must understand, landed is a very open. That means very open one lah. Landed really very open leh.
Yeah. Everybody will know your house.
I haven't tell you that day. I got my agent text me hey boss, every time pass by your house you're listening to the same music. Hey basket, that is intruding my privacy. But it's like very naked lor. I listen to what music also people know. So what I'm trying to say is landed, I tell you, all methods are still very useful. Every time you sell a landed, hang the sold banner as long as you can. You put a for sale banner, of course, that is really the best, I tell you. Mailers is also really the best. Because it's very open, it's very naked. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, you ask me classified ads, I also agree with Aaron, it's not much of a use lah. But there is just this very strong following and this very strong culture of Singaporean landed classified ad is the most workable in the current situation of all. But even though it's not very workable, but it is still the most workable. Especially must be Sunday one. I don't know why the culture must be Sunday. Yeah, just saying.
Okay. So thanks, Chris. Moving along, next person we're gonna ask, or rather for input source is actually Mr. Richard Ng. Mr. Richard Ng, are you ready?
Yeah, hello, Ken.
Okay,
Wow.
can you please share with us?
Are you really Tin Eng?
Boeing. So, okay, you want me to share my deal in the biggest one?
Yes,
No, share the smallest one. Lor.
Okay, actually, okay, most of y'all know that, as Shawn said, I'm an all-rounder, but I'm project focused. But this biggest deal is actually a landed deal. Right.
Let me see.
Okay. So, how I got this deal is actually through my project leads. Right.
Oh.
My co-lead when I did project marketing, online marketing, and this lady came down and then in the end built rapport with them. That was about 2 years ago. So until recently, then I closed this deal. Total, this family, I got 5 deals from them. Yeah, all clocked within this year. Yeah. So they landed. Okay, I engaged the help of one of our DD, who's Ivan. Yeah, to go down with me to do the presentation, because frankly, I'm not a lender agent. So I need some help, especially this big quantum. So initially, there's another agency marketing it. So I told this seller, say, okay, I'm not going to get exclusive because the previous agency already 1 year never sell, and they are very strong in lender one. They are very strong in lender. Yeah. So I said, never mind, 2 of us will do, but we control the same price. Then they are okay. Eventually, after about 1.5 years, both of us don't sell also. So I proposed to them, say, hey, why not we change strategy? You give me exclusive for 6 months. They say, why must give you exclusive for 6 months? What's the difference? I say, without exclusive, I cannot propose to those private developer, because once I give them the contact or the details, they will go and knock your door, ask the agent kind of call you this and that. They will be quite unfair to me. So eventually, they are okay with it because I rebuilt the rapport with them throughout the 1.5 years. Yeah, and I sold it within 2 months after getting the exclusive.
How come?
And the funny thing is the co-broke agent kind of close with me is the previous agency, the one who
the one that previously marketed the property, and then he came to close with you the unit.
Hey,
correct.
can we at least make an award for the person?
What's that?
I mean, it's so honest and I really respect. Which agency can I know?
Real Star. Yeah.
Oh, I must call Williams. Yeah. Wow, hey, steady, bro.
Don't call that one quite a big hoo-ha, but I managed to. But they actually went directly to call my seller, but my seller very steady. Came to me. Yeah.
No choice then close with you, No choice then close with you,
I think they try their best to go.
Okay, then sorry. Then I take back whatever I said just now. I take back. Hey.
So yeah, but I still give them 1% sharing. So I think probably, I don't know, maybe they go themselves, they also get 1%. I'm not sure. Yeah.
So earlier you mentioned, I mean, even as one thing that I might take away from what you just said was, Richard, you are a division director yourself. Okay, but one thing that you mentioned just now is that you were aware that this is a landed deal, which is not really your forte.
Correct.
And you actually seeked out one of our so-called landed experts for his assistance and his instructions.
Correct.
Why bro? You division director
I mean, if really no good means no good I mean, I won't say no good not experienced in it yet, and it's a big deal. Okay, I've closed small landed myself. There was no issue. 2 million plus, 3 million. Okay, but this one big one. So I really need some backup there.
Sorry, what's the quantum?
I sold at 14.5 million.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So despite the fact that you are a seasoned realtor, you are a division director, you have no qualms. I mean, as in you still feel like due to the ecosystem that we have created, that you're still able to just reach out and get help.
Yeah. I think it's good. Okay. I mean, if people like Shawn, if I really got commercial industrial, even Jeremy, or that, I drink coffee with them. Yeah. So I think
because a lot of people go to you also, Richard.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good to know everybody, especially Preeminent Group. We really help each other.
Yep. Thanks for keeping that culture going.
Yeah.
Because his largest deal here is more than 6 figures. His smallest deal is only $175.
The one overriding lah.
but 也是要这种钱也是要赚的，对吗？
Richard, I'm looking at it now. It's an old house lah.
Old house is
Wow, very big like 3根啊。
slope is behind is key residence.
Oh.
So it's not easy to sell. So when this buyer came along, I don't mind sharing com with the.
Okay, I tell you something recently that I just discovered. Okay, if you already know, then sorry lah. If you don't know, I tell you, wow, after using Google Map for so many years, I realized can pull back the timing.
Oh, I didn't know.
You all know not? I don't know leh. Then I just realized can leh. Then I finally pull back. I saw how my house look like when it's old.
On the
I
same.
mean, I've always been wanting to look at my house before it was rebuilt. No one have it, no really. Then recently I was introduced to the Google Map. You press the street view, you pull back. I pull back until 2008, 2005 or something. I saw the old house. Okay, so I'm very excited. Just want to share with everybody. If you are doing landed property, the Google Map, right? You can pull the timing back. That means the instantaneously, the Google Map change the year. Okay, if you know what I mean, okay. Just saying, I'm very excited.
Right. So thanks for that insightful insight, Richard. I mean, this is just evident of what the culture is within our group itself. I mean, regardless of who we are and what titles we are holding, we are definitely not savants. We don't know everything, but we are always able to just reach out and ask. Even for myself, at this point in time, I also want to say thank you very much, Shawn, for all those advice that you gave me back when I was setting up my second restaurant. Hey, Saturday, Sunday, he still picks up his phone. Correct or not, Shawn?
I always answer call lah. I never run away from the calls lah.
Never run away. Especially when you see it's preeminent, you'll definitely help out wherever possible and give good advice. So yeah. Okay, so moving along, we're gonna ask next person that we really want to have more insights regarding his 2 months where he made multiple centurions in 2 months, for the month of January and for the month of March. Aaron, how many centurions have you gotten already in the last 12 months?
Hey, he got a lot leh. The whole centurion belongs to him.
Yeah. Last month, I think I got how many? Last month got about 50, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
No,
month.
sorry. You ask him what? How many centurion you want? He will reply. He has to reply you how many you want to order.
Yeah. Okay. The past 12 months, how many? I think I have about 5 or 6 or 5 or 6. Yeah, 5 or 6. Yeah. May also have last month. Yeah, last month. So as what Kevin said, last time when we set a goal, we want to get a centurion, right? Then it gets easier and easier. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was like first year, second year, I was thinking 100,000 a year, 100,000 a month. How am I going to achieve it?
Yeah.
And once I get my very first centurion back in 2019, I only had one in 2019. Then in 2020, it gets easier during the after the lockdown period. And this year we have 3.
You know why not? Because there's this power phrase I always believe in. What you focus on, expand. Really?
And by right, you should be the closest to focus, no? Because Preeminent Group's orders from you day in, day out, you see those trophies. Sooner or later you're gonna get it on, right? Correct or not?
Yeah, correct.
I think that, for a lot of agents, right? For Aaron himself, I think personally, right? I know him as a person. One of the things that I find that he's very, very good at is really about juggling his time. So Aaron, I know, right, that you know how many kids you have?
3.
3 kids, right? And you have 3 kids.
Wait. Aaron, outside.
You don't have one, that outside one.
Every day at home one.
3 kids that he knows of lah.
Yeah. The other that you don't know is another 3.
Wow.
So how do you really manage it, Aaron? What really goes on, right, on a day-to-day basis for you?
I end my day quite late. I sleep at about 2 plus every day, and then I start my day about maybe 8 a.m. So I only sleep for like technically about 5 hours, 6 hours. So I do my admin stuff after my kids sleep from 10 to 2. Yeah. And then in the afternoon when kids not around, I will do my prospecting, and I will do my appointments arranging after I send the kids to school. Yeah. Technically, I'm working almost like 20 hours, about 18 hours a day. Yep.
Oh, that's crazy. That's really crazy. Okay, so back to your transactions. We have seen one really big one at Fudu Park. Can you tell us more about this listing?
Okay, this listing, I think I transacted in January. It's definitely out of my exclusive period already. So I got the listing somewhere after the circuit, about 2 months after circuit breaker, probably in late August lah. So back then, this quantum was not as easy to sell. But actually not very high. The quantum I think is about 3 over 3.7, 3.8. But last year it was quite hard to sell. This year the landed segment, right? Anything below 4 mil, I would say it's easier to go off lah. But back to this Fudu Park unit at Lentor area, I held on to my sellers lah for that August till January, close to about 4 months over. By giving them updates on my viewing every now and then, also giving them a bit of offer, although there isn't any offer like. So I just want to let you know that I have an offer on hand. Just make them know that I'm working actually. Yeah. So in the end, January came, when the offer came, you all know lah. When the offer came, suddenly there were 2-3 offers coming in. Yeah. So I make use of that to get my buyer to go even higher than what the seller wanted. Yeah. Correct. And in this estate, of course, it's not easy to get a lead lah. The estate, if you want to get a lead, it took me about maybe this listing, in this estate probably about 2 years over.
My friend say number 1 Fudu.
Number 1 the 2 house together one, is it? Correct. I think in front and behind, link together.
Yeah. Family.
Yeah. So I work on this for about 4-5 months actually.
But throughout these 4-5 months, previously it was an exclusive, right? I think you mentioned that exclusive lapse, right?
Correct, lapse.
Lapse really then, but they open up to more agents, or was it only?
Okay, so during I replan my path already because I know that this type of quantum, right, is will take time to sell. So when I get exclusivity, I will just tell them that the price that you want to sell, right? Yes, it's achievable, but I need more time to sell. But if we can sell within 1-2 weeks, it's definitely going to good for you and me. I say. So I relay my path. I told him that maybe this unit will take about 6 months to sell. Yeah. So I would just tell him that maybe after this 3 months exclusivity, right? By then you will know how I operate already.
I think this is the part that you really condition your sellers very properly in terms of timeline. Because you actually, a lot of us, right? We never condition our sellers for the timeline. And I think what Aaron did, have you all heard of what he said just now? So if normally a house will take 6 months to sell, and if let's say, right, we take like maybe a week or 2, right, it's going to be good for you and me. So 有讲这样没有讲这样
Yeah.
You're telling me like got say but never say. But actually it immediately means something, because at least the seller know that, if it's early, even if it's like 3 days like Chris, that's good. It's a good thing.
Correct. It's going to be a good thing. So condition them before. Even when I schedule for viewing, right, I also condition my buyers first. Yeah. Before I allow them to buyers. For example, some houses that I know can sell one. Okay. So whenever I have an inquiry, I hold the buyer for 1 week plus first. Then I show them the next week. Today they ask me for viewing. I will only show them next week. I tell them that I have a lot of viewings choke up. And then there's actually an ongoing offer going on. And then they're coming this weekend for a viewing. So again, I'm laying my path, a loo. So when they come now, then I say that they already offered it. So it makes the buyer more anxious to give me an offer. Yeah.
So you don't immediately arrange for a viewing?
I don't immediately arrange for a viewing. Yeah. Only for those as exclusive. Correct. Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
That's the reason why exclusive is really very, very important.
Exclusive very important. Yeah.
Open listing, right? You'll be really like all over the place and you have to run everywhere. One call only you have to go down already.
Yep. Correct. Right. So
I'm opening up this question. Just curious. Just curious that a lot of us realtors right now, we are in the so-called heightened measures of phase 2, phase 3 of the COVID situation, and then previously we were allowed one distinctive viewer other than ourselves. How, I'm opening this question to the floor, okay, to everyone, Jeryl, Chris, anyone. How did that affect your viewing schedules and how did you cope with it? How did you all cope with it, Chris?
I think for me, what I do is I do virtual tour first. First thing first, I will ask them to see the house virtually first. if they think that the house layout, condition, everything is still up to the things that you guys are okay with, then I'll start to show them. Then doing viewing wise, if let's say husband and wife insist to go in view together, the owner will show for us. If not, then we will just bring one of them in to view the house. Yeah, but yeah, affect a little bit because one day only max one, so we have to every day like different day just go down to the same place to show another family. It's tiring, but it's okay.
Jeryl, did it help you at all?
Yeah, so for example, like I have a unit at Fernville which I got during this heightened period as well. So within like 2 days of marketing, I had like over like 30 inquiries from buyers already. So, but then because of the restriction, we can only get two visitors to the house, right? So it's really to show them the video first and then ask them questions to qualify and see how motivated they are in getting the unit. So then after that, I think it's good to prioritize the buyers and show the buyers who are more serious the unit first off. So in that sense, you make good use of your time also.
Actually, this period, right, I also encountered this co-broke agent. He have this really very, very good idea. So what happened, right, was I was co-broking with this guy and I was serving the buyer. And what he did, right, was that he vacate the house. He make the house empty. So he get the sellers to go out of the house. And then he asked me to just go up on my own. So basically the rule is like 5, right? 5 unique visitor, right? So basically when we go up, right, there's nobody at all. It's empty. And then, I mean, for me, right, I also don't know whether did he clock that 5 or not, or was it even more. But nobody will know, because he really managed the timing so properly, right, that he makes sure that before I leave, I let him know, and before I go up, I let him know. Yeah. So this is one of the methods that we can also use.
I feel it's even better during this 2 packs, 5 packs thingy, because from these 2 packs, you can really see the urgency of the buyer, like how urgent they want to buy this house. So I feel that qualifying will be easier for us during this period, which is why we get closing like Chris, 1 viewing, 1 closing, 3 days, 1 closing, and that. Yeah. So I guess it's also a good blessing in disguise to have this thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes landed viewing very dangerous. Sometimes neighbors will complain one.
Yeah, neighbors will complain.
Yeah, neighbors will complain. So that one is very dangerous.
Very naked,
Yeah, very naked. So when the buyer stand outside, you see all the neighbor eyes on you already. Then you're very stressed.
Oh, well, but I guess this period, right? I mean, for us, it's really the sowing period, So really sow as much as you can and get in as much harvest as you can. Because of course, after this period ends, right, you also have to start planting seeds already, right? So this season can't be like forever. So whatever we can, just do our best, Yeah, this market is not going to be forever.
Yep. Right. Reinvest into prospecting.
For Shawn, you earlier mentioned as a commercial agent or someone who, you specialize a lot more in commercial. It's a lifestyle choice, it's a decision choice. Do you see it as, in a way, this so-called COVID, does it, this COVID heightened measures, is that affecting your business as well?
Definitely yes, because most of them is working from home, right? So because of working from home, we've been getting challenged. Virtual is even challenged because if their offices are not open, then we can't even go in. So, but nevertheless, with this current COVID situation, I'm able to convert a lot of my tenants to buy the property. So that is another advantage going on. Reason behind is the banks are supporting well. So we are converting a lot of tenants to become a business owner or property owners. So good and bad, good and bad. But definitely the number of viewing dropped very badly. No more sweat smell.
Okay, at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, we are opening up the Q&A under the chats. If you have any chats or rather you have any questions for anyone in specific, this is the time for you to actually ask.
I mean, this is real talk lah. We always want to be real, you know. We want to share like the secrets and everything out, but that will also greatly be helped by the questions that you guys can ask us lah. But of course, Leon will filter through the questions. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Hey, but can I ask you? I was since you know I'm thinking since we have a landed, like a landed is so on the uprise, and we are so strong in landed in a way, you know, like I told you 70% of the people is all from our group. So I was thinking of let Preeminent Group come out with a landed logo, so that everyone doing landed, right, if you want, you just put this logo, you know what I mean? So I just share with y'all. I never show anyone before yet. Only only the founders have saw. Let me see. Ta-da! Can you see that? Yeah, I mean nothing much lah. Basically, officially from Preeminent Group, we just have a landed logo, you know, and then this logo will just be a brand to make us be seen as the like a good big player lah. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So I mean nothing like that. It's just a grouping lah.
Then don't forget those who are doing also projects. Then Shawn now feeling a little bit left out. Must do.
Yeah. We got to roll out slowly. So I had 2 in mind. So I got 2 in mind. Let me just share with you another one. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean, but we got to roll it slowly lah. If roll out too many logo at once also, then we have got, I felt that luxury property is also on the uprise, right now, because really we are breaking records and all that. I mean, if you are hear us on our sharing before, so that's why we also then had a Lux logo. You know what I mean? So basically, anyone doing luxury property 5 million and above, we want to have a logo just for everyone to collaborate together, and then you know it's recognizable lah. Yeah. So for Lux property, our term is always 5 million and above lah. Can your landed property be Lux property? Can. Okay. Can your landed be landed? So everyone have a common. Then people recognize. Oh, this is that brand. I mean, you know, yeah. Simple marketing thoughts lah. So it's not sanctioned yet. This thing is just I share with y'all. Don't go and screenshot this like using it. It's not sanctioned yet. Tomorrow, Monday is our DD meeting for Preeminent Group. We will go through it again with everybody. So you know, we the DD, we are always thinking of ideas that is reactive to the market, to help everybody as much as we can from the top down view lah. Yep.
We can print different name card, one landed name card, one luxury name card.
Fine. Yeah, we can give the logos to you. You know, that's why we Preeminent Group. If you ever realize, we believe a lot, and we have a lot of governance on controlling our branding, and this is one of our success factor actually. Just like a PSR is how we control the branding. From who and who and associates to who and who division to Preeminent Group. You know, everything we are very uniform. And it's been long, it's been a while, and we are all very rooted. Even Jeryl, I think for first, second year agent is very rooted to a PSR. Even for Leon and Lao Jiao, they are also very rooted, right? Even Shawn, you know, you're very rooted to the brand because we bother to educate brand, which is very important. So help us to educate our brands down to the newer agents, okay, and help us to make sure everybody's in line, right? See our t-shirt, see all in line. Ta-da! Hey, this is the best t-shirt for landed property. Really. I mean, people recognize the brand. Okay, anyway, let's see.
Also, uninitiated PSR is PSR stands for what, boss? There's a question here. Ask what?
Preeminent Success Roadmap. Basically, it is a success roadmap. To be honest, not every team bother. Not every team, the founder bother to train this thing called culture. If you look at it, we are the only group that has a PowerPoint and a session to train culture called PSR, and everything is being set. To me, our winning formula today, people always interview me why Preeminent Group is different from other people. It is because we bother to train soft skill called branding and culture. Is it our culture that is uniquely us? Really? Because we bother to train. So we need our people to remember our culture and pass it down, to our newer agents like Jeryl, who is not so new today. Really, 2 years is not new anymore. Today's market is moving very fast, Jeryl. You are a lao jiao already. Okay, really, you are lao jiao. 2 years, you are lao jiao already because today's market is moving so fast. Yeah, I mean, I hope today's real talk can bring massive value to you. But of course, we are all here willing to be first. They are all willing to here to share. We are not all world-class speaker like Anthony Robbins, right? So we just want to share in our own ways, right? Do you guys have any success formula, things that you think should be watching out in today's this fast and moving uptrend market amidst the COVID situation that we are in now? Actually, do you think the COVID situation is still hindering our business? I mean, it is still there. I know it is still there, right? But do you think really our property market is being hindered by COVID situation? I mean, speak your mind. Or rather,
why don't you answer that question first? Bjorn?
Me?
No, Bjorn.
Well, I think that from what I see, right, or I've been also on the ground asking people, hey, how's your viewing schedule and everything. 多多少少 definitely is sure affected lah. But end of the day is how we can actually manage it. And at the same time also, I also agree with Aaron, this period is a very, very good time for us to actually qualify our clients and work on those that are the ready ones. So, I mean, it's basically to some people, they might find that, it's a time to take a break. But I think that this is also a period, right, for you to really take a look at what sort of clients you're actually working with and how ready are they to actually buy. Because they can't be calling you for no reason, right, this period. And right now, right, they husband and wife, two of them, they want to see. I'm very, very sure that they are serious already. Yeah.
I really sit down at every now and then I sit down and I think about this question. Because I'm at the forefront. I'm spearheading this group together with them. We got to think about such situation. I think the COVID, if it anyway it affects you, I have this phrase that I want to tell you. And I say in Chinese first. 这个 COVID 先攻你的心. It hit your heart first. I tell you, a lot of agents are down because they let the COVID hit their heart first. It's not the actual battle. This COVID is toying around with our hearts, our mindset. And I tell you, those who are affected because of the heart. You see, it's facts and figures I put out over and over again. We are at record 2,000 unit transactions per month for new launch. How can I be anything with the numbers? We hit our record Centurions. We hit our record group sales 20 million 1 month. Numbers are proven, but how come still there is bad? Because these agents let this thing affect their heart first. Really, that's very important to me. Yeah. So that's why, to me, having real talk and every sessions, is to make sure you are protected healthy in a healthy manner. Because in here we don't speak rubbish, we speak positive things only. I mean, even for the agents who have closed that $1 million commission deal, right? The quantum of the property must be a double-digit million, right? Right? And usually they are not Singaporean buyers, right? The reason why they took action at now is because, to be honest, they took action now because it is the best. They have got the money, they have got the market to attack the seller in a way and then get the deal they want. Why not? Right? And recently, not just about this deal, we have many record-breaking deals. Why would the person buy the whole entire Eden? Why would the person buy a penthouse that is 5,800 square feet per square foot, right? 5,008, right? Plus for Nova, because it is just that way lah. Right? Of course, we don't always do such big deals lah. So now we talk about back on the ground. HDB, it's also by digits, it's on the uptrend. So those doing HDB, you must go and study this. uptrend by how much? All right. The price ratio uptrend by how much? It's uptrend already, right? Resale is going to be very reactive for the next half of the year till next year, 2022. Why? Because the price gap between new launch and the resale condo exceed almost 40% already. It is an effect. When it exceeds, naturally it will pull the bottom, or the bottom will pull the top down. It is two-way. But looking at the situation, high chance is pull up, not pull down one. So that's why the condominium resale, it's going to be uptrend soon because of this pulling effect from the new launch. And then why? Because if you see recently the GLS that I've shared, it's all Amokyo. It's going to be at that another level. If your buyer don't buy the Jetscape, Shawn, Amokyo is going to not do any justice for them. But if they buy, Amokyo will only do justice for them. Look at the Amokyo GSS. That's why as an agent, you cannot afford to be lazy. You have to want to go and learn how to read GLS, read numbers, read graph, be interested to read HDB reports, URA reports. Every quarter they publish. More or less, understand, don't understand, put in the effort to go and read. It is really going to be not doing you any justice if you just keep on habitually say, oh, I don't know, I'm not interested. Because nothing will be interesting unless you're interested. Choose to be interested first. Then it will become interesting. Okay? So HDB uptrend, resale is very much going to be reactive already. In another 6 months, I can tell you, shift goalpost coming already. I ever been in the uptrend of before Lehman Brothers, to be honest, because I've been in the business since 2003. Lehman Brothers, before Lehman Brothers 06, 07, I sold Aspen Heights one day, sell 3 times before. Huh? You see, one day I sell 3 times because it's an uptrend market. Flip. I mean, to be honest, those days people flip. Morning, just now, Richard say in the end you close with the agent who was the previous buyer, right? I one day sell Aspen Heights 3 times. The evening buyer was the same buyer that came in the morning. He buy from the guy who flip one day 3 times. I mean, just telling you stories. It is because we have been through such uptrend. I tell you, a resale condo market can be a total game. Of course, with that point, got no, there's no SSD, people flip. Now it's a little bit different. But I'm telling you, because the disparity is too high already, it will pull the bottom up. And then when the head, which is the new launch, keep on having GLS like that to pull it further. You thought Tanah Merah is crazy, they give you one more Amokyo. I tell you, then it will come to a point where M block become lucrative again because the margin move. And if you realize 2021, already almost 200 over million of M block being done subtly. Once the catalyst hit, it pulls the M block, another huge M block is going to repeat the 2017. And then we're going to go through again. If you realize the 时间跑很快, the time move very fast. Yes, I just saw Kelvin Chen send out. What did Kelvin Chen send out? Treasures at Tampines, 90% sold. What a 2,000 over project, 2,000 unit project can 90% sold is damn power within such a short frame. All the M block that was done, today's market already depleted already. You see, we are in a market situation where we got depleted stock. Right now, Shawn, you serve the JSK, you know depleted. I recently gave you all one chart, right? All the 1,000 unit above one, all depleting. Remember? You all read now. Must read leh. So you see, it's very much, you can see new launch is going to be record breaker as a leader, the dragon head. The body, which is the resale, will just keep following. The tail end is which is HDB. It is bread and butter. People are just going to be M block and make money and then go to your HDB and take the money and zani, just like before. Yeah. And then people are just going to be selling their condo or making, putting back to the HDB. Because no choice, Shawn, it's not 0.7, HDB is 80%. Yeah, so it's whether you are doing HDB agent, no problem, lucrative. Resale, lucrative. Really, new launch, lucrative. This is really 2021 is really like tripartite lucrative market. Trust me. So we are definitely in the right business. If it's wrong for you, I can only tell you it is you, no one else. It can only be you. You have to admit it. But after admitting to it, you got to really touch your heart. What can be done? Why can people make one deal $1 million? Aaron, not 1 year, 1 million, no. Aaron, one deal make 1 million, no. Don't you think this business is so magical? It's so exciting. It is so much that Jeryl want to go back and fried cuttlefish to your boss 3 times. You get what I mean? You know, it's like so crazy. One deal can make a person a millionaire. One deal, not 2, no, not 1 year, no, one deal, no. But of course, lah, there are fairy tales. I think maybe yes and no. But I think I like to live in fairy tales. It's only these people who have done all this that give us hope. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you don't need $1 million a deal to change your life. Jeryl, correct? No? 100,000 can change your life already, Jeryl.
Correct.
Not like you don't need to work for the rest of your life, lah. It's like it's life changing, guys. 100,000, a Centurion Cup is 100,000. It's life changing, Don't you think so? Think back. 有时你们 come back to earth. Think back. 100,000. How many people make 100,000 in a year? How many? So it's life changing. So while you are able and living in this business of 30,000 real estate agent, you happen to be one of them that you got the license. Why are you not working your ass off? Why are you not willing to change and listen to people? When there is a sharing called Real Talk, why are you not coming in? I sometimes just don't understand. Okay? But anyway, for those who are willing to work hard, like our gentlemen here, good. Well done. I hope you can come up to Real Talk to share. Hey guys, you must remember, being invited to Real Talk to share is an honor you must remember for you, no? Really, we don't anyhow choose people, no. Right? Yeah. So I believe there is something that can be done. Really. There's so many new launch coming up. It's so exciting. Canning Pier is so exciting. It is the first project that can literally see the face of MBS, So far, I have only sell project that can see the site. Marina 1 see the site. South Beach see the site. Everything see the site pocket. This is the first launch. I tell you, 搞不好 you can see the whole face of the three MBS with the whole thing. I tell you, it's crazy. So I'm really excited. Really. Okay? Yep. So yeah, I just open sharing. See anyone else want to share anything? Come on.
Actually, I feel that like you say, this COVID hit our heart first, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So I think that you must have a positive mindset that whatever prospecting method you are doing now, you're actually harvesting, you're planting seed. Like what Bjorn said, planting seed for the next coming months. But if you today stop, you say cannot do, then the next few months you won't see results already.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Even today, this market can create. If you don't do HDB, don't do resale condo, don't do anything, you do tagging, can be 6-figure. And it's created because of the market. Sorry, 6-figure, 100K tagger. They don't sell HDB, they don't do rental, they don't do anything. They only tag for people who wants to close 6-figure. So come on, guys. Don't kid me that you cannot make money. Really. You got to really sit down and think about it.
Boss, can you give us some insights on what was our performance like for the month of month of May? How was our performance like?
We dropped from the April 20 mil. It's 16 mil. But when I say drop, you cannot say that because 20 is never our mark. Our average is actually about 10 to 12. But when you do double up and you look back, 16 is called drop. But I'm a challenging person. I like to see it as a drop. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so we are doing 16, and we have got almost how many Centurion Cup in a month of May? 30 something.
Aaron, start taking orders already.
35 Centurion Cup in the month of May. 35. There not much launches, no, and we're in the middle of a heightened alert, no. Semi-heightened alert, right? So you see, this thing 攻你的心，没有攻你的生意。Really, it attacks your heart. It never attack your business. If you are affected because your heart cannot attack, heart and mind is the same thing lah to me. Really, Jeryl, if you want to buy your 911 GTS, I tell you, Jeryl, in your face, this is the time to make the market buy for you.
All right.
If you want to buy your dream house, this is the market that the market shall buy for you. That's how my agent make $1 million because he wanted the money to come in and to buy a dream. What the market pay for here?
讲清楚一点，是个 he 还是 she？
I don't know. Yeah, can be an Indian guy, can be a Malay, can be a Chinese, can be a Angmo. Yeah lah. But anyway, yeah. We'll share more when it's timely. Right. Today, since Real Talk, we always want to give some special insights for Real Talk people.
Okay.
All
right.
I got one observation because I always have clients and friends asking, hey, how's the market now? Market sentiment is no good, this and that. So I will always tell them, look at the new launches recently. You've been selling 60-70% on day one. So market cannot be that bad.
My favorite reply, how's the market? Bad, man. Bad for people who never take action.
Yeah. So the new launches result will tell. Yeah. And in fact, this period, I'm upping my marketing money. Yeah, more.
Yeah. Because you put more, you take more. It's true. Really?
Yeah, let's take a poll at this point since you brought up marketing dollars. Chris, how much do you spend on marketing dollars a month?
Wow, hard to tell you, right, Chris?
Roughly, ballpark figure on the average.
It's 5 figure a month.
5 figure. 10,000 to 99,000 is about there lah.
About 15, 16. Easily.
Aaron, what about you, Aaron?
About 5K.
5K. Richard,
5K
what about you?
Yeah.
On marketing dollars?
My varies probably from 2 to 4K.
2 to 4K. Shawn, how much do you spend on marketing dollars?
Depends. Ranging 5 to 10.
5 to 10. Jeryl?
Actually, to be honest, at this juncture, I don't spend a lot on marketing because I just started out, so I don't really spend much on marketing yet.
Okay, so you got a ballpark figure from the rest of us already. I want to hear the extreme case of how much do the top achievers, Kevin, how much does Gina spend on marketing dollars, do you think? A month.
I think easily 20 grand.
Girl, that's your bench. 20 to 30 grand.
20 grand easily.
Okay.
No lah, but you see, that is, I felt also we got to be disclaimer lah, right? You should build up your spending. I can tell you, it's all about your character lah. You bring in my best friend called Abel. Abel is a suicide bomber kind of ma. He brand new. You say 20,000, he burn 20,000. But how many people can have his character? And that's why how many people can have his success, right? But then we talk about more majority people lah. I felt, a vampire must taste blood first lah. But if you don't kill, you can never taste blood law. So it's always a chicken and egg question lah. That's why it's called a business law. And that's why in our heart, there's this thing called business acumen. If you got a good business acumen, you know how to react more to all this lah. Really. So you got to build up your expenditure, which I call not expenses, it's a business investment. Okay, you put $1, take $10. Is it called put more $1, take more $10? So it's how you manage this part. Trust me lah. Everyone love money. No one want to throw the money away one, right? But like I say, this is a business lah. How you look at it, it's totally very, very important to the business. I mean, you sell char kway teow also, you need to buy the kway teow and need to buy the chopstick and the plate and the put the deposit to rent the store and everything, right? So that's called your investment. You buy the kway teow, if no one can eat, then your kway teow rotten, then how? So there's always a cost of business. But the cost of business in real estate, I can tell you lah, the entire planet is the lowest. Cost of business. Because the cost of earning is very high. Okay? Yep.
Shawn haven't said about his expenses.
Shawn,
Shawn, how much you
mentioned 5 to 10.
5 to 10.
Yeah.
But Shawn, I think I might be wrong. Shawn also, I mean, besides money, Shawn also spend the most number of effort. He is
Effort.
Yeah, because you every day walk the ground and every day go there and talk to people. Nobody no. But no choice because your business is need this. And that's a lot of effort, no. You don't know, man, you're known as the umbrella man.
Why?
Recently I got beside the umbrella, I already have a recognition as a Ubi King already.
Ubi King.
So this one people was talking only, but now recently I got few messages out. I just zip my mouth away.
Hey, you do the sash lah, the tattoo one.
So is walking in the ground is different because it's mainly because you are meeting people and trying to bring them different places, so it's different. So this COVID is that's something that we miss out, honestly. So, but what is the great thing is this COVID has made is I noticed that our occupancy rate even for commercial properties, right, has been shoot up almost 90%. It's not become like vacant, I don't have stocks ready right now. So if let's say people even want to rent it out place, we don't have stocks. The stocks all now in CBD. The offices are become a ghost town. So that's one of a good thing happening for COVID.
Okay. Right, we are taking the last few questions right now. So if there are no other questions except for Jonathan, who's asking Chris, how much do you spend on petrol? I think that's Jonathan, you're asking a really weird question, but he spends about $84. Okay, is there any other questions? If not,
I mean, you see, we just now we're talking about cars and all that lah. But that, I mean, it depends how you look at it, guys. Really, because you see, end of the day, life is life lah. You make so much money, of course, there's about to be something go to a more superficial kind of what you call buying lah. More either what you call this your instant gratification lah. Yeah lah. You don't buy car. I believe your money. Some people go do some other things. You see. So end of the day in life there will be some material stuff lah. As long as it makes you happy and you don't overly, do your business wrongly lah. I always believe rule number one, you should always pay yourself first lah. Not as in pay yourself really go and buy car. So you should always have savings lah, because if you can pay IRAS 20%, you should also pay yourself at least 20%, correct? I mean, if you talk about $1 million, then you are paying IRAS 22%, which is 200 over 1,000. At least you should also save yourself 200 over 1,000. Then that is already about 40%, say half gone already. So the other half, maybe the other 20% should go into your investment of your business, correct? So you are only left with another 40%, right? So that 40%, if you take 10% of it, which is about 100,000, or 15% is so-called your play jar lah. For you to play lah, for you to buy car and do all your stupid thing. you must have a set of rules for yourself lah. Correct or not? It's always good to see people driving fancy cars and you try to push yourself. If you like cars, you know, whatever it is lah, it's always good to push yourself. But then there is always a game rule lah.
I think car is part of our business cost also.
Yeah, it's part of our business investment.
I ever met one of Kenny Neo's agent. I said, hey, how come you join Kenny? Because the time he's driving an R8. So that was his dream car, so you join him.
Yeah. I mean, let's face it lah, right? Let's face it. Humans are like that lah. I mean, you see a flashy car pass by on the road, you take a look lah, right? So, but of course, end of the day, Kenny also must be proven got substance ma, right or not? But a lot of people got substance, but you never got the opportunity to prove that, right? But of course, to us, you know, yeah, 4 wheels can move already, can bring you to work. It could be that way, or you know, it could be a dream lah. Yep. Anyway, why are we talking about this?
Right. At this point in time, I just want all the panelists and present to actually just look at the camera, look nice, get ready, take a smile. We're gonna take a nice photo on a count of 3, 2, 1, and smile.
Okay.
Got it.
Yep. Anyway, appreciate everybody for your generous sharing and your being here today. Thank you. For me.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you for joining us for today's very special edition of Real Talk Season 2, Episode 3.
So I don't know, like, hey, go back to broadcasting better or Zoom is better. I don't know. Like. Hey, can the audience give us some comments? Zoom better like that or broadcasting is better? Zoom, is it really, man? Jennifer, Zoom better, man? I like broadcasting, yeah. Oh, Zoom is actually clearer. Broadcasting, see? Okay, Zoom, okay. Hey, thanks, guys. Give us some feedback. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So, Leon, thanks again for helping us host.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Chris. Chris, wave bye-bye. Thank you, Aaron.
Bye.
Bye.
Richard, Jeryl, Shawn.
Thank you.
Of course, to our moderators, our founder, Kevin Lim, and co-founder, Bjorn. Thank you very much. Stay safe.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks.